Esau knows that his kingdom is finished. Call William Laya Albashim Yahushua Bashim Chakwadash. Double to the elder apostles, the great Muslim who rule well, and as always, peace and blessings. Said hopefully let Tabernacle of David got throughout the four corners of the earth. And I've definitely got to play this video for y'all. He knows his kingdom is over with. He realized that the priorities of this government, the decision making, the morale of the people, it's pretty much a clusterfuck. Things are going haywire. Everything is going wrong, and he ain't happy. Esau, the Patriots, they're not happy, so they know that their kingdom is pretty much finished. Well, hey, that's prophecy, man. The Most High numbered your kingdom and finished it. All right, it's been weighed in the balance and is found wanting, deficient. All right, and guess who numbered your kingdom? The Most High. The Lord numbers all kingdoms, man, all dominions. Let's go to Job 14 verse 5 real quick. And y'all had y'all time, man. Y'all had your time. Y'all had your little golden period where you was on top. You had your white privilege. You know, you looked down upon Jake. You treated Jake how you wanted to treat him. You benefited off of what was done to us. You had your fair share, man. But now, those days are coming to an end. This is Job 14 and 5. It says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. All right. And the Lord, he rules in the kingdom of men. So listen to this Edomite complain that his kingdom is pretty much over with. We talking about Babylon the Great, America. This place is out of there, man. So let's listen.
Country is finished. There has been so much fuckery normalized over the last, pick your time frame, 2 years, 20 years, 50 years, that your average everyday American is so apathetic to what's going on that there's no way this thing is coming back. There's just no way.
Yeah, they're apathetic because they're too busy indulging in self pleasures. Well, I always quote Isaiah 47 in the prophecy where it talks about how the sentiment, the attitude of Babylon is that they'll never suffer adversity. They never suffer anything because they're so careless. They feel very secure. They got everything in abundance. They get to enjoy certain luxuries that most of these other countries don't enjoy. This is Isaiah 47 in verse 7. It says, and thou hast said, it's like, and thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Therefore, hear now this, thou that are given to pleasures. In other words, given to self-indulgence, all right, decadence, that dwellest carelessly, that saith in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. All right. So because you have this attitude, out of nowhere, you're just going to start suffering. But you're still going to be so caught up in your decadence that you're not going to even recognize it. Because it's like when you look at these people, it's like, all right, what world are you living in? Everybody else know shit is not right. Things are there's the apostle Tahar, he had filmed that billboard that he happened to catch that said there's a dark cloud over America. And then next to it had that mushroom cloud. So they know what's getting ready to happen, man. There's clearly a dark cloud over this place, man. And that's a sign of, you know, the 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 pessimism, the darkness and the gloominess that the scriptures talk about. It talks about in Ecclesiastes 12 that those who look out of their windows be darkened, man. You have a very darkened, frightened future ahead. And we and the prophet's been warning you. We've been starting with the elder apostles on down. We've been warning you what's getting ready to happen, what was going to happen. But the people, they ain't listen. They didn't take us serious. So let's go back. Let's finish hearing Esau.
Every day it's like a gut punch in the news cycle, how it tops itself with another example about how this whole thing is flying apart. I was just reading about these Chilean crime tourists. Have you heard of this? Chilean South American gangs flying to the United States, going into wealthy neighborhoods, home invading and raiding homes, and then relying on lax and corrupt criminal justice law to get out on bail, collect their loot, fly back to South America scot-free. Oh, and get this. Apparently these crime tourists, these South American gangs, have headquarters in Los Angeles. What happened, America?
Uh, California, LA is a straight shithole. All right, that place right there, man, is it's a straight dump. That's why a lot of people are leaving Los Angeles, man. Them Dems then pretty much turned it upside down. I mean, it was always a wicked place, but the past few years, what they've done is why people are leaving now. With crime, shooting up, a lot of smashing, grabbing going on. Jake going around looting, and because of the laws that are put in place to protect them, they're able to commit these crimes and then get off with a slap on the wrist, which is why it's increasing. So what's going on with these governors? Where the Lord has mingled a perverse spirit in the midst. That's why they're doing all these different things that's pretty much, you know, destroying the well-being of their own environment, which we all know is really just the globalists taking control because they want uh, order out of chaos. So they're trying to make sure everything is chaotic, and that's deliberately being done. Okay, it tells you about how. Let me go to the Apocrypha. It talks about a well-ordered government. How things go right when you have a well-ordered government. That's prudent. But when you got an unwise king, he's gonna leave an environment where it's just pretty chaotic and destructive. Let's go to Sirach 10. And instead of dealing with the crime element and trying to fix things, they're worried about 2035, getting rid of cars, gas powered cars that uses fossil fuel because they believe that it's emitting too much carbon, which you need carbon, but they're prioritizing shit in the future. They're concerned and focused on the future of what they want to do to control the masses of the people. They have no idea. They do not give two shits about what's going on right now. The chaos, the decay, all right, of the morale of the people, the infrastructure of the cities. This is Sirach 10 and 1. It says, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. All right. But leave it up to these progressive democratic individuals. It's all chaotic, man. It's out of control. It says, I'll read verse 2 and 3. It says, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. And you got a bunch of criminals, a bunch of crooks as politicians and governors and mayors, and even your president. They all are fucking criminals, man. They're straight up global gangsters. All right. You got Biden. All right. His son, which they've been trying to hide for a minute. You know, Trump tried to put it out there, but it fell on deaf ears because the media made you hate that guy. But he was actually trying to tell y'all that this fool got a laptop with all type of data and information, and this dude have connections in Ukraine, and he was able to actually get his son Hunter, that that crack smoking sexual deviant, getting foot jobs. He was able to launder money from Ukraine over to Biden, and now here we are shooting them not trillions, billions of dollars in aid. You don't think anything is wrong with that? But this is who's over you, and this is who Jake celebrated going back November 2020. Y'all celebrated this demon, so you get exactly what you get. Now he's declaring to you, we finna rule the new world order. So ain't nothing that y'all can do. This is what you niggas wanted, man. You trust in oppression and perverseness. So now you getting it. You're appointed uh nominee for a Supreme Court judge, or the so-called black woman. What was her name? Ketanji Brown. What was her name, man? I think it was Ketanji Brown Jackson. That was her. That's her name. You know, Eve getting all proud, and pompous about them electing a so-called black woman as judge at the Supreme Court. Well, do you know that there's receipts that this woman, when it comes to um child porn offenders, that she actually gives them light sentences for all the Edomite men who engage in that behavior. She actually gives them a slap on her wrist instead of what the law actually recommends as far as the judgment on sex offenders, dudes dealing with child pornography and all that. They said that this woman is giving dudes light sentences, man. So no wonder why they appointed that Eve. No wonder why they trying to put her in that position. All right. So yeah, this place is definitely through. Finished. It says, an unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. All right, and that's going to be the government. All right, Yahweh Shai, starting with him, because it's going to be his dominion, and the government that's upon his shoulders. All right, the governing body of Israel, which is the elect, 144,000. They're going to be kings and priests over the nations, man. All right, and that's when the world is going to benefit. So anyway, let's go back.
Did your collective balls fall off? Are they spraying something in the air to collectively castrate us? They don't even need to spray anything. We're doing it to ourselves. Completely open border, taxed to death, inflation's out of control, and then you got everybody sitting around Netflix and chill, or porn addiction, or vaping, or sports ball. I mean, forget about all the fentanyl that's been invaded over the last couple of years from China. How many trillions upon trillions of vape carts have they imported? Everybody's high. You go to the Midwest, home of the family values, and it's a bunch of cornfields and mouth-breathing meth heads trolling about around Casey's, begging for change for some Casey's pizza. And then there's no men. And the Patriots are flying to Ukraine now to fight. What's that all about? Completely open border? It's done, guys. It's completely done. Prepare.
Yeah, it's over with. It's finished. It is finished, man. Thy kingdom have been numbered and finished it. The Lord is finishing your kingdom, man. All right. And now there's a wound that cannot be healed. Jeremiah 51, verse 8, it says, Babylon has suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. If so be, she may be healed. All right. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country, and her judge for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and lifted up even to the skies. But she have been proud against the Most High, man. And the Lord had mingled a perverse spirit in the midst of Egypt. They got your leaders making all these wrong suggestions, and everything is going wrong. They have a very warped, distorted sense of judgment. And yeah, now your borders are open. It was months ago to show you how retarded the leadership is. If you went through the borders on ground by foot, them caravans that used to come through, and who they deem as illegals, but they leave the border open and they bring them in. But those people get to come in and be straight, and you don't hear about these so-called variants spreading and increasing and all that when it comes to them. But yet, if you flying from another place, if you fly in the same route, you got to get tested. So I mean, that lets you know that there's definitely a distorted spirit in the midst. All right, everything is just going mad. But that's just another sign that your kingdom is decaying. Let's go to Isaiah 14 and 11, and it says, "Thy pomp is brought down to the grave in the noise of thy vows. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee." All right, the maggots is a bed up under you, and the worms are your covers, man. All right, your kingdom is rotting out, is decaying. All right, it's a sign of decay, and morally you're decaying, and that's a sign of an end of an empire. Go to moral decay definition, and it says, and this is from Wikipedia, the word decadence, which at first meant simply decline in an abstract sense, is now most often used to refer to a perceived decay in standards, morals. You know, this society prioritize uh, gender equality, gender fluidity. You know, you got 90 plus genders. You know, you can't slut shame, you can't fat shame. You got to watch what pronoun you use towards an individual. That lets you know that the morals of this place it doesn't exist. All right, so this place is on a decline. It's dying out. The priorities is all messed up. The people are confused. They're bugged out. They're in gross darkness. There's a dark cloud over this place. It says dignity is no dignity. He mentioned that. What happened to the men? The men don't even have dignity. All right, religious faith. There's definitely no faith here. And hey, the scriptures tell you that in the last days that faith will be barren. That's why there's more and more trust in this wicked, corrupt government. More people want to go down to Egypt for help instead of realizing that same devil that you're trusting in. All right, is actually setting a trap and a snare for you, especially you Israelites. They ain't never had you at best interest. But all of a sudden you trust them now. So you finna get the fourth boozy now that now that Obama had the sniffles. a little over a week ago, and now Hillary. Now all of a sudden she got the sniffles too, and they just both so happen to mention that, oh well, I'm doing fine because I got the boozy. They protect us wonderful. So hey, if you haven't already, go ahead and get that. And now all of a sudden, this variant just pops up, and now everybody got to be afraid again. Everybody got to be scared the fuck out of here, man. And when you look at both of their tweets, when you look at Hillary's tweet and you look at Obama's tweet from a week ago, they damn near said the same exact shit. So they're playing mind games with you people, man. It's all part of their enchantments. So this is Second Ezra 5:1. It says, "Nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. But iniquity, all right, sin upon sin, lawlessness, shall be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago." And that's a sign of decay, moral decay, man, because it's just lawless. It's just chaotic. People don't have any self-restraint. People don't show any mercy to each other. Everybody's impulsive. Everybody's on edge. Everybody high out their mind. You know, everybody's quick to get violent, murderous. That murderous demon is on people. Extreme lust demon, sexual deviancy. Shamelessness. Our women showcasing their whoredom all over social media. So yeah, this place is out, man. It says perceived decay in standards, morals, dignity, religious faith, honor. There's no honor here. Discipline, no discipline. Everybody's out of control. Or skill at governing among the members of the elite of a very large social structure. Biden was really, he's just doing the bidding of the elites, but they're losing their prudence. That's why things are going haywire, and they getting sloppy with their agendas. More and more people are finding out what's going on and constantly exposing them left and right. So a lot of the left hand spells that they conjuring up is not working on everybody. It's starting to dwindle. It is losing effect, so to speak. So hey, Edom is his prudent men is perishing. Was that Jeremiah 47? No, 49:7. Jeremiah 49:7 says, "Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished?" And it seems so, and that's why these Edomites are complaining. They're saying that, oh, we didn't, this government then lost it. You know, people are losing they're losing it. They're losing that so-called American spirit, so to speak, is what this Edomite is talking about. Well, your wisdom is vanishing. All right. I'll read it again. It says, or skill at governing among the members of the elite of a very large social structure, such as an empire or a nation state. All right. So, hey, it's the Most High is doing this to this place, man. He's lifting up the skirt. Let's get Nahum 3. And Nahum 3 and 4 says, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts. And the mother of harlots, man. Mystery Babylon, Babylon the Great. It says, and this is talking about Nineveh, but it's applied to um, Babylon the Great or Mystery Babylon. All right, known for its wine of its fornication, Americanizing the world. and putting these people under spells, man. It says, "Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will shew the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame." And what he's speaking is a shame. Okay, these Edomites, they're ashamed of what their kingdom have become under this current hegemon, and that's why you're gonna see them eventually bang out the left versus the right. The patriotic Edomites coming against, the elite. It's bound to happen, man. It says, "And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and set thee as a gazing stock." And that's what you are right now, man. You're a global embarrassment. Your current administration is a joke. So anyway, I just want to go into that, man, and it feels good to hear Esau say that this country is finished. Yeah, your country is finished, and guess what? Your world is getting ready to be finished. How about that one? All right. So anyway, I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh Shem Shai. To the next lesson, Shalom.